Hello, Watum here, and welcome back to some more Higurashi When They Cry. Let's continue. Even so, there still might be some reason they would. I might need to construct some kind of camouflage so that she wouldn't be noticed even if they did open it. But the more she worried about that, the less time she'd have to actually hide, meaning it would be more likely they'd hear a noise. And then, I suddenly had to go to the bathroom. The bathroom? The need to use the toilet, so obvious, and yet such a fatal flaw. The only bathroom was on the first floor. It would be absolutely impossible for her to use it without my family realizing. I might need to set up a portable toilet, like a chamber pot, I guess. It's not gonna work. Satoko would hate it, so she could go in my room. But the stench would be pretty terrible. Anyone sensitive would probably notice the smell even without coming into the room. The bath was okay though. She could just take a bath when my parents were out. But I couldn't do anything about a toilet. When her stomach started to hurt, my parents were lazing around downstairs, she'd be in trouble. It was then that I noticed that I'd been clawing at my head with both hands. I sat down in the dark closet with my knees against my chest. I buried my face at them and tore at my hair. The more I thought, the more contradictions popped up. The more I thought, the more things failed. The more I worried, the more I was reminded of how little power I actually had. My back started to hurt from staying in a cramped place for so long. But if I was to shelter Satoko, I would need to force her to feel this pain. To live in such a dark, narrow, suffocating place forever. But it'd still be better than being abused by her uncle, or so I wanted to think. It got hard to breathe, so I gave in and crawled out of the closet. I looked at the clock, and to my surprise, it was 3:30 in the morning. It felt like so little time, but it was so unbelievably long. When I realized that, I slammed with a terrible urge to sleep, as if time had only just caught up with me. I didn't have enough strength to fight it, and I fell flat onto my futon. I have to say that sound effect sounded like being stabbed. Hmm. Shit. I can't just go to sleep like this. I think you should. If I waste any time, that'll mean I'm taking the same wait-and-see attitude that Mion and Coach and everyone else did. I needed to keep worrying about how to rescue Satoko for a minute, or even a second longer, than everyone else. Now just wait for the festival. Isn't there a better way? Merda. I mean, what? Isn't there a better way? That one phrase I spoke to myself swirled around and around in a spiral, and steadily took over my entire mind. I mean, at least this time, maybe, those two might not die. I've forgotten what both of their names are, but yeah. There were a lot of blind spots in what I'd considered tonight, but I absolutely wasn't wrong for having those ideas. Tomorrow, I would suggest this bold plan to the others. Neon might be able to help somehow, and Renna was really sharp, so she might have a good suggestion. And above all, we needed to Satoko rescue once again. We needed to rescue Satoko once again, with everyone helping out. I felt pathetic for letting myself fall asleep. I'm sorry, Satoko. Don't be. The ceiling blurred into view. It was hot. There was a thin layer of moist sweat on me. The voices of the cicadas permeating my room were somehow grating to my head.
あれ、今日 日曜日じゃないよな。
I remembered today was a weekday and quickly brought myself to consciousness. And then, finally, I leapt out of bed. The clock read a little before 10. I was totally late. When I wandered downstairs, my mum would get mad at me. There was nothing I could do, though. After reviewing the schedule for the school day for a moment, I suitably rearranged the stuff in my bag. I hurried and got dressed, then went down the stairs. Parents not there? There was no sign of my parents anywhere. Maybe they went out somewhere together. So that's how it was. My mother had probably woken me up once this morning, but then I fell back asleep without remembering it. My parents, thinking I'd gone to school, left. Something like that probably happened. I went to the front door, and, as expected, it was locked. Looked like that I was right. It was further evidence of my speculation being correct. When I realized my parents weren't here, I suddenly felt less like I had to rush to get to school. There was one portion of breakfast left in the dining room. Probably mine. The milk they'd poured in it had gone warm since a while ago. When I realized how hard it would be to sneak food for Satoko, yesterday I had cried. Well, thinking back on it, food wasn't the only issue in that regard. I wasn't in a position where I could bargain for Satoko by myself anyway. Such a heavy thing, just to save a single person. I'd seen this on TV and in comics all the time. Those feel-good words about how you'll save your friends for sure and such. Is that why I ran my mouth like that, swearing to save her? Because I wanted to feel good about it? No, that absolutely wasn't true. Because the fact was I couldn't save her. Because I didn't want to think like an adult. Like I couldn't do anything but watch. Had Satoko gone to school today? I immediately realized that was a meaningless question. Whether or not she did, there wouldn't be a change in the environment she'd been placed in. If I couldn't save her, no one else could either. Then we could only pray for a miracle.
俺たちは無力か。
With the vague goal of getting to school in mind, I sluggishly put on my shoes and stumbled out the front door. Do we get I get a feeling something's gonna happen all the way. Probably Oishi. Because if anything's gonna happen, it's probably gonna be him. It feels like it's setting up that something's gonna happen. Why else have him be late? I'd only ever slept by 2 or 3 hours, but the sunlight and air felt completely different from how they usually were in the morning. Well, of course they did. Once 10 o'clock came around, you could barely call it morning anymore. I didn't feel like walking the same old route to school. I needed to ultimately end up there, but it was like I didn't want to choose the shortest route, the most proactive one to get to school. Is he going to go by Satoko's house, which is completely away from school? Put in a more positive light, maybe I wanted some time to walk by myself and think. I had to go to school, partly to make sure Satoko was safe, but I hadn't come up with any plans yet. Nothing since last night. So the path I took from my house was in the complete opposite direction. If I went this way, I'd pass Renner's house. The damn sight. It would be quite a detour. I calculated how long of a detour it would end up being, then, satisfied with the answer, I started to walk. Renner had brought me to the dam site a few times. One section of it had turned into an unlawful, oversized garbage dump, and Renner really liked going fishing for junk in there. Without that, she'd come off as a complete normal girl too. Yes. I can think of a few other qualities she could do without, but whatever. Actually, now I'm thinking, what about the photographer guy whose name I've forgotten? He might appear, maybe? The view quickly opened up wide, and I was hit by a strong wind. There was no shelter here at this big damn site. Maybe it was a good thing I came here, I thought. At the very least, it was more healthy to think about stuff in a place like this instead of my cramped bedroom. I took a deep breath and filled my lungs with the rich, cold air unique to Hinamizawa. Ring, ring. I turned around reflexively. It was a bicycle bell. Considering where I was standing, I don't think they were trying to get me out of the way. They rang the bell because they wanted something from me. Tomitake? Hey, excuse me. You're from Hinamizawa, right? Yes, why? I've seen this person around a few times. Right, I remembered. His name, I think, was Tomitake, a freelance photographer who lived in Tokyo. He would zealously visit Hinamizawa every season to take pictures, or so Miyono and the others told me, I think.
古出神社ってここからどう行けばいいか教えてもらえないかい？マップを宿に置いてきちゃったみたいでね。困ってたんだよ。
ここから神社ですか？
I knew where everything was in my head, but explaining how to get there was difficult. I was a little irritated of having been bubbled for this, but when I realized it meant my detour actually meant something, that feeling faded quickly.
教えてもいいですけど、ちょっと口で説明するのは難しいですよ。一緒でよければ連れて行ってあげますけど。
え？それはかたじけないね。助かるよ。あ、でもいいのかい？君の用事は。
Not really. Tomitake-san finally appeared to have realized how strange it was for a student like me to be here at this time of day. I smoothly told him not to worry about it, then turned my back and started walking towards the Furude shrine. Tomitake-san hurried to turn his bike around and came after me.
ごめんごめん。気にしないでくれよ。男には組織を離れて一匹狼になりたい時もあるんだからね。
What a free-minded freelancer. It was easier for me too that he was under that impression. Tomitake, freelance photographer. I specialize in wild birds and landscapes. I'm still pretty unknown though. It seemed absurd for him to introduce himself when I was just showing him to the shrine, but he gave me his name, so I needed to give mine back. I'm Maibara. Pleased to meet you, I guess. Maibara-kun? Pleased to meet you. He seemed like a pretty silly man. That felt kind of good considering I'd been suffocating with worry over Satoko all night. Along the way, Tomitake-san spoke at length to me about how precious the nature in Hinamizawa was, and how it was a treasure trove of rare wild birds, despite my not having asked. I wasn't interested in what he had to say, but he seemed to be enjoying himself, so I left him to it.
この石段を上がれば神社の境内です。
ありがとう。助かったよ。ああ、ちょっと遅刻しちゃったかな。
As Tomitake-san mumbled to himself, he left his bicycle nearby and started to climb the stairs quickly. I didn't have a watch, but as far as my internal clock could guess, it was still a little late in the morning. School wasn't very far from here. Maybe I could kill a little more time until then? With that in mind, I went up the stairs in pursuit of Tomitake-san. When I reached the top of the long staircase, I arrived at the wide-open shrine grounds that were too grand looking for this tiny village. I wonder... Tomitake-san? Oh, there he is. It looked like he was supposed to be meeting someone here. Then he got lost and ended up being late. He was bowing to a lady who must have been the person he was meeting. Ah, That lady. I knew her.
あら、前原くんじゃない。こんにちは。
I've forgotten her name. But yeah, the one with the evil
今
smile.
日は学校はお休みかしら。
あれなんだ、ケイイチ君ついてきたのかい？
wait. You said Keiichi-kun. Wow. I wonder why they changed that. Because, okay, if I do this.
なんだ、ケイイチ君ついてきたのかい？
Yeah, it totally says Keiichi-kun. Wonder why they changed that. Well,
別にそんなつもりはないですよ。
with memory, I think the voice lines are from the anime or something. So maybe it's just slightly different from what they were doing. Anyway,
ただ、ちょっと時間つぶしがしたかっただけです。
あらあら、重役出勤とは優雅なものね。さすがは有名人。今から大物ぶりを発揮してること。
what was I? A celebrity? Oh, she did say my name out of nowhere anyway. I was only concerned about what she meant by famous.
あら、私の名前はまだ思い出せない？
高野美代さんだよ。村の診療所に勤めてる。ケイイチ君は健康そうだから、あまり病院のお世話にはならないかな。
せっかくお知り合いになれたんだから、今度病気か何かできたら、ちょっぴりだけサービスしてあげようかしらね。
For me, that only sounds like something terrifying. This lady named Takano-san. I kind of didn't remember her. Maybe we'd passed each other on the street a few times, but I was pretty sure this was the first time we'd talked. Well, this is Hinamizawa. Even if I don't know a person's name, it's not unusual for them to know mine. I glanced at Takano-san and saw she had a bag and a camera.
ひょっとして、二人とも写真仲間ですか？あ、それで待ち合わせを。
仲間でなんてとんでもない。素人の私に二郎さんが優しくてほどきをしてくださるだけなのよ。ねえ。
そんなことないよ。高野さんは飲み込みが早いからね。僕の指導なんかなくても、実に自由に撮影をこなすよ。本当さ。
I couldn't tell which of them was ahead of the conversation. Well, there was certainly one couple you wouldn't get tired of watching.
いよいよあさってが綿流しね。
Oh, that's soon, eh?
今年はいい写真が撮れるといいんだけど。
明日の設営シーンからレンズに収めるつもりだよ。そういう準備風景からもお祭りの活力を捉えたいんだ。
Oh, I just remembered. There was some village festival called Washinagashi or something the day after tomorrow, on Sunday. I'm surprised he hasn't drawn the line yet.
ひなみ沢の守り神、お社様に感謝するため、古い布団を積み重ねて供養する、そんなお祭りでしたっけ？
あら、ご名答。前原くん、引っ越してきたばかりにしては博識ね。そう。お社様に感謝するためのお祭り。
Again with your laughter, why? Tsukano-san smiled somehow meaningfully, but didn't tell me what part of the festival to give thanks to, what part of the festival to thank Oyashiro-sama needed to be laughed at. Also, if you can hear sound in the background, sorry, there's a festival going on. Yeah, they're being loud with music.
やれやれ、高野さんは。でも、どうだろうね、今年は。
Yes, I do wonder. Will it be the uncle? Please tell me it's going to be the uncle.
二度あることは三度ある。 そしてもう4度あったのよ。5度目がないと言える方が何の根拠もないと思うけれど。
I knew what they meant by the whispered exchange. On the day of Iwashinagashi, a freak death always occurs, which people call Oyashiro-sama's curse, and as a disappearance occurs, that people call being demoned away. These strange events had happened 4 years running, and Washinagashi, rapidly approaching the day after tomorrow, marked the 5th.
村の旧敵にたたりをなすお社様か。今年もあるとして、果たしてその矛を受けるのは誰になるだろうね。
へ、へへ、へへへ。
あ、僕はここに来るたびにちゃんとお参りしてお賽銭を入れてる。僕じゃないことは確かだよ。
Oh, yeah, sure.
あらそう。近年のお社様は異邦人には特に厳しいって話よ。引っ越してきたばかりとはいえ、前原くんはちゃんとひなみ沢に住んでる村人だけど、二郎さんは毎年来るだけのただのよそ者。さーて、今年は見逃してもらえるかしら。
ひどいな。
Tomitake-san was the only one with a pained grin, but we were all smiling. Me included. That was a weird way to put it. Oyashiro-sama, the one who used the curse to kill people involved with the dam construction project, one after the next. He killed... Wait, one after the next? So one, and then this next one, before one happens after the next one. That's another weird way to put it. Anyway, he killed the dam construction manager, killed Sadako's parents for supporting it, and the next year he even killed her aunt. If the demoning away was part of that curse, then you could add Satoshi to the list of victims. As I thought about it, I realized that from the serial freak death incidents, the overwhelming majority had the last name Hojo. Half of the deaths and disappearances come from the Hojo family. The Hojo family lived here in Hinamizawa. Actually, that's a question. What about, why didn't the uncle die the previous times? He was out of the town, for one. Secondly, Hojo. I can't think of a third reason. Did that mean Higurashi-sama punished and cursed them particularly harshly because despite that, they'd been in favor of the dam?
聡子の叔父が帰ってきたって話は聞いてますか？
Takano-san, who'd been enjoying a few words with Tomitake-san, was caught unaware by my sudden inquiry.
あ、ごめんなさい。今なんて？
あ、いえ、聡子の両親がたたり殺されて、おばもたたり殺されて。
He's certainly opening up a can of worms here, I feel.
だったら順番的には、次は叔父の番かなって思ったんです。
I mean, that's what I'm hoping for, but still.
去年のたたりで、おばが無残な死に方をし、それに恐れをなして町に逃げていたやつですよ。
Why are you bringing this up?
お社様は確か、村を捨てて逃げ出そうとするのは許さなかったですよね。
I hadn't intended to be quite this persistent. With those words, they just flowed out of my mouth without me thinking about it. Right. Oyashiro-sama's curse. I didn't believe in something so unrealistic, of course. But the fact was that every year, unfortunate accidents and incidents happen to the enemies of the village. Well, so far, by the end of it, I'm pretty... Keiichi's believed in it, I think, by the end of the first 2 chapters. Like Takano said just now, it had happened 4 times. No one could say there wouldn't be a 5th.
ふーん。
What's with that smile on your face? Wow, he looks a lot wimpier in that one than this. Just,
面白い説ね。
suggestion?
確かに過去の犠牲者を見れば北条姓が多いのは事実。その延長として考えれば今年は叔父が死ぬか消えるかする可能性は否めないわね。
But by that same token, what about Satoko as well? But yeah.
もう高野さんは起こるかもしれない不幸を笑うのは良くないよ。
ごめんなさいね。でもお社様のたたりは私のライフワークだし。
I don't really like her at all, much. Takano-san gave off a mysterious, somehow intellectual impression, and her life's work was mysterious in its own right. She probably really liked inexplicable supernatural phenomena or something.
高野さんはお社様のたたりに詳しそうですね。どうでしょう。北条の帰ってきた叔父がたたりに会う可能性は。
あら何？そのおじさんを殺したくて仕方がないみたいね。
La-di-da-di-da. Nonsense, what are you talking about? I have no such desires. No, no.
そんなんじゃないです。
どうだろうね。神様の気まぐれ次第だからね。
前原くん、サンタクロースの正体は知ってる？
Huh? I got a strange question all of a sudden. I couldn't immediately answer. Oh, her perspective is that it's the villagers doing it, I'm pretty sure. Because she does know about all the ritual influence. But maybe it isn't the same thing?
なーに？知らないの？
It's for parents.
パパよ。みんなの家のパパ。
なんだ。そういう意味ですか。そりゃそうですよ。どんなものの正体だって最終的には人間です。だってここは人間しかいない世界なんですから。
That's not true. There's all sorts of other things living in the world. There's dogs, there's cats, there's horses, there's all sorts of animals and fish and stuff.
すべての現象は人間で解明できるはずです。
Not only. Because there's also other things. You should just, like, natural gas, for example. That won't necessarily be because of a human action, but it could cause all sorts of strange effects, especially in the past. And we didn't understand, well, gases, really. I felt like I put that somewhat strangely. Takano-san was not as dissatisfied with that reply as I might have guessed.
あら、その年齢のうちからそれに気づけるなんてなかなかね。その通りよ。人間の世で起こる現象はすべて人間の都合で人間が起こす。では前原くん、もう一度尋ねるわよ。今度はサンタクロースじゃなくてお社様。お社様のたたりの正体は何かわかるかしら？
I think I'll leave it on that question there for today. I hope you all enjoy. Let me know any feedback you have in the comments. And yeah, like, literally let me know about anything, if it's audio quality, whatever you want to see me do. Let me know. Until next time. See ya.